in the day, we had no clue. Tomorrow was waiting for me and you. Stories unfold like a time travel view. Then, now, and you. That's the groove. Past is the present in every move. Tune in, listen, it's all brand new. Then, now, and you. That's the groove.
Welcome back to Then, Now, and You. I'm your host, and today, buckle up, because we are about to re-examine your childhood. Disney's been selling us magic since forever, but sometimes the magic is just, well, wrong. And to help me break it all down, I've got someone who has probably spent way too much time on Disney Plus, a full-time Disney nerd, and a part-time life ruiner of childhood innocence. Emily.
Wow, thanks for the intro. That's exactly what I want on my resume. Professional childhood ruiner. But honestly, yeah, Disney's fun. But if you dig into the actual history or original stories, oh boy. Half of it is darker than a Hot Topic in 2007.
Yeah, so grab your popcorn, grab your mouse ears, and maybe a stiff drink, because we're diving into things Disney got wrong. All right, let's kick it off with one of the most beloved characters ever. Tinkerbell. Cute little sparkly fairy, right? Everybody loves.
Yeah, except plot twist. Tinkerbell in the original Peter Pan is kind of, well, how do I put this? A total menace.
A menace? Like she's out here just being evil?
Yes, she literally tries to kill Wendy. Like, no chill, none. She convinces the Lost Boys to shoot arrows at Wendy because she's jealous. Imagine that. Disney gave us this cute little mascot, but in J.M. Barrie's original play and novel, Tink is like, Wendy, not on my watch. Bye-bye, girl.
That's insane. So instead of this cute fairy buzzing around sprinkling pixie dust, she's basically like Disney's first villain.
Exactly. And you know what else? She's obsessed with Peter Pan, to the point of being, like, unhinged. It's not adorable. It's straight up toxic. If this was a modern rom-com, people would be like, girl, go to therapy.
Pixie dust doesn't fix emotional damage.
Exactly. Like, look, I get it. Peter Pan is charismatic. He's basically the OG F-boy who never grows up. But Tink's whole character in the book is, if I can't have him, nobody can. That's scary.
So Disney gave us the cute, jealous, but lovable sidekick version and hid the fact she's a literal homicidal fairy? Nice.
Yeah, so next time you see her flying over Cinderella's castle at Disney World, remember, she once tried to kill a teenager out of jealousy.
Magical. All right, let's stir the pot. Next on the list, Gaston. Everyone remembers him as this egotistical meathead who wanted Belle just because she was hot.
Which, like, is true. He's a walking red flag. He literally sings about using antlers in all his decoration. Who does that?
Yeah, dude's entire personality is like eggs, biceps, and taxidermy.
But here's the twist. If you think about it logically, Gaston is the only one in town who's like, hey, maybe that giant hairy monster in a castle shouldn't be marrying the book nerd down the street.
Wait, are you saying Gaston might have been the good guy?
I'm not saying he's perfect. He's still toxic masculinity wrapped in leather boots. But think about it. The Beast literally imprisoned Harry's dad. Then he kidnaps Belle. Then he's like, oh yeah, but it's cool because I gave her a library.
That's some Stockholm Syndrome interior design.
Exactly. So Gaston's like, yo, let's kill the Beast before he kills us. Is he wrong? I mean, maybe not. If you didn't know the Beast had a tragic backstory and a heart of gold, you'd just see a 7-foot-tall wolf-buffalo man hybrid.
That's fair. Like, imagine you're drinking at the tavern and some dude bursts in and like, there's a giant monster living in the woods with a girl locked in his castle. You'd be like, yeah, we should do something about that.
Exactly. In real life, Gaston would have been the town hero, but Disney was like, nah, let's make him the villain, and the literal kidnapper is the love interest.
So you're telling me Belle basically said, I can change him?
Yep, the most dangerous sentence in dating history.
Fact. Okay, moving on before the internet counsels us. Let's talk about Pocahontas.
Oh man, where do we even start? Disney basically took a real historical figure and said, let's turn this into a musical with a raccoon sidekick.
Don't forget the talking tree.
Yeah, Grandmother Willow. Look, the real Pocahontas was like 10 or 11 when she met John Smith. She wasn't a grown woman falling in love. So the romance? Completely made up.
That's creepy if you think about it.
Super creepy. And also, John Smith was not this blonde-haired, chiseled hero singing about colors of the wind. He was older, he was kind of a mercenary, and he was definitely not as dreamy as Disney made him.
So no raccoon sidekick, no love ballad, and no swirling rainbow leaves.
Nope. And let's not forget, history was brutal. The whole thing with Jamestown wasn't two cultures singing together under the moon. It was like starvation, conflict, colonization. Disney just sanitized the hell out of it.
So basically, Disney turned one of history's darkest chapters into a Hot Topic soundtrack.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about Mulan. Because she's a badass, right? Cut her hair, stole her dad's armor, joined the army, saved China.
Yeah, but Disney left out the ending. In the original Ballad of Mulan, she fights for years, wins wars, goes home, and then what happens?
What, she gets a medal and a man, right?
No, she goes back to her village, puts her old clothes back on, and everybody's like, wait, you were a girl this whole time? That's it. No romance, no big parade, no dragon sidekick voiced by Eddie Murphy.
Damn, so Mushu was just a Disney fever dream.
Yep. Also, in some darker versions of the legend, she either kills herself because she doesn't want to be forced into marriage, or she lives quietly, forgotten. It's not exactly reflection blasting in the background.
So basically, Disney was like, yeah, that's too depressing. Give her fireworks and a sassy dragon.
Exactly.
All right, let's end with a classic. Sleeping Beauty. Sweet Princess, Evil Witch, True Love's Kiss. Very wholesome, right?
Oh no. The original story makes Disney's version look like a Hallmark movie.
How bad are we talking?
Well, first off, in Giambattista Basil's Sun, Moon, and Talia, one of their earliest versions, there's no true love's kiss. The princess, Talia, falls into a deep sleep after pricking her finger, and a king finds her. But instead of kissing her awake, he assaults her while she's asleep.
Jesus, that took a dark turn.
Yeah, she ends up giving birth to twins while still unconscious. One of the babies sucks the splinter of flax out of her finger, and that's what wakes her up. Not love, not magic, basically accidental baby dentistry.
Okay, so forget the princess kiss. It was, surprise, you're a mom now.
Exactly. And it gets even messier. The king who did all that, he's already married. His wife, the queen, finds out about Talia and the twins and tries to cook the babies and feed them to the king.
Holy hell, that's like a Game of Thrones plotline.
Right? Eventually, the queen gets burned alive, the king marries Talia, and they live happily ever after. If by happily you mean trauma on top of trauma.
Disney really said, yeah, let's maybe leave all that out.
Yeah, instead we got a sparkly villain, 3 goofy fairies, and a catchy waltz. Way easier to sell lunchboxes that way.
Once Upon a Dream sounds a lot better than Once Upon a Felony.
Exactly.
All right. I think we've ruined enough childhoods for one episode. Tinkerbell's a psycho. Gaston maybe wasn't the worst guy. Pocahontas wasn't a love story. Mulan didn't get fireworks. And Sleeping Beauty definitely wasn't PG. Emily, thanks for coming on and traumatizing everyone.
Anytime. Childhood trauma is my specialty.
All right, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you liked this episode, there's a link in the description to our previous episodes. Go check them out. See you next time on Then, Now, and You.